Welcome back to the Boondocks Homestead. Well, today, y'all are just going to come with me. I'm going to do a few things, and I didn't have anything picked out particular for a video. I've had a lot on my mind, what I want to do, and what I want to talk about and stuff, but nothing's coming together for me. So today, I guess you're just going to spend some time over here in the bread shed with me. I'm going to do some pickled okra. I know you guys some of you may not like it. I didn't used to like okra. Let me get this on so I'm not messing up the mic. There, now it's out of my way. I was afraid when the air conditioner cycles on and off, y'all wouldn't be able to hear me, so I put the mic on. Anyway, I picked a bunch of okra, and I've still got a bunch. Oh, we're going to have a lot of okra, I think. Maybe not. It might die out sooner than what I think, but anyways, I thought, well, I need to do something with this so it don't go bad. I haven't had time to fry it because by the time I get off the bus, I can't fry it before I go to work because then it would be soggy by the time Tim got home, by the time I got back home. Anyway, so by the time I get off, it's like I want to already have my dinner done, and so we can eat because we got chores to do, and then we go to bed early. So that's just kind of how our life goes. So I thought, well, I'll pickle some and I'll fry some on the weekend. And I'll pickle some of this today before it goes bad. But anyways, my glasses were filthy. So, and I got all these tomatoes. So I thought, well, I'll make some, I got some jalapenos. I took a bunch of our produce to the farmer's market and sold it, all except this one thing of jalapenos. I sold all the rest of the jalapenos except this carton. So I'm going to make just some homemade salsa to put in the refrigerator because I still have salsa canned from last year, so I don't really want to can any more of that. So when you're canning stuff, you want to turn it over. You don't want it sitting, and sitting. So I didn't need that this year, so I canned something else. You all know. So I've got all these tomatoes I've been freezing. I've been freezing tomatoes like crazy. Our tomatoes didn't do very good outside. They did good in the hoop house. I showed you all that. But they didn't do very good outside, but they are giving us some. Like they're giving us some Romas and a bunch of little. They're little. I don't know. I didn't purchase little tomato seeds. But anyway, we're getting them, so I'm gonna use them. So I'm just freezing them, and then one day I'll come in here and I'll lay them all out, thaw them out, and they'll slip right out of those skins, and we'll make something with them. And I got me some dried cayenne off the shelf. I dry a lot of food too in the dehydrator. And I just did some moringa leaves. Check that video out. It's just a short. It's 60 seconds. I don't even think it's 60 seconds long. But that dried out my moringa leaves. Or moringa. I'm going to put one of these in each jar of my okra. So I'll prepare that, and I'll show you how I do that here in a minute. I was just trying to tidy things up because I've got that side of the room is kind of a mess, and I need to do something with it. I just haven't had time. Time is my enemy. I guess it's everybody's, but anyway, I'm gonna get this going, and I think I'm not sure. I think I'll just let you watch me do some of this. I'm getting more milk than I'm not getting. I always say I'm getting so much milk, goat milk, and we use a lot of goat milk, but it's not so much, but it's so much for us, And so I try to freeze it when I'm not using it in cooking or whatever. And then I can bring those cubes out, and that's how I make my goat milk soap, is out of my goat's milk. Okay, so I got to freeze some of that, and I'm fixing to make another batch of that. I'm going to try to do that while I'm off this week. I'm going to try to make some more soy candles. I've got a lot of plans. I just don't know. It's already Wednesday, and I am as Tim would say, I'm stepping and fetching because there's so much to do. There's so much I want to do. I'm just kind of overwhelmed. And for the last 2 days, I've just kind of sat in the house and just kind of been in awe. I've just been like, whew, I think I needed that break. And anyway, I guess let's get busy. Okay, so I'm going to look for my okra. Oh, I passed it. Right there it is. Page 114 of this book. Okay, because Ball's got a few books out, so 4.5 to 6 pounds of okra. Well, let's just weigh it. I don't know how much it weighs. I don't know how much I picked. I mean, it's not an awful lot, but let's see, we'll get, how many does it say? Pounds. So we need to go to pounds. Now, if you got a scale, let me get over here where you can see me. You guys get on over here where you can see me. Hold on. Now, my head's chopped off. That's okay, because I want you to see this. I don't know what that's from. Oh, my purple whole piece. Okay. I put a little sticky notes. I put notes. I put markers. Look, I write in my book. That's just how I do. Now, what I say, 4.5 to 6 pounds. So I guess it don't really matter. Let me tear this out. Oh, and I didn't put it on pounds. Hold on. Pounds. Okay. I don't think this is 4 pounds or anywhere close. So I don't think we're going to have a lot to. I haven't even washed this yet. And yes, I say washed too. My granddaughter the other day is like, oh, you're one of them. You say washed. I do. Yes, I do. I can't help it. Listen, we all talk different. I get my point across. Y'all know what it means when I say washed. Okay. You know how much that is? That is 1 pound and 15 ounces. It's almost 2 pounds. So this does 3-quart jars. So this would do 1.5 quarts. So it's probably going to do about 3 pints if I had to guess. And sometimes I mess up when I guess. But I'm thinking, and I think I put 6 in here. No, I put 5. I put 5 jars in there. But that's all right. That's all right. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to go over here and wash these okra. And then I'm going to show you how I cut them. Okay? So don't go nowhere. All right. I have my water going over here because we're going to put these in the water after I trim them. And then we're going to let them boil for about 2 minutes. And a soft boil, not a hard boil. Okay? For about 2 minutes. Then we're going to pack our jars. Jars are done. I just sterilize them for 10 minutes. Now listen. I sterilize my jars when I'm going to water bath. When I am going to pressure can, now this is what I do, and I think, you check into it, but I think that now when you pressure can, they tell you don't have to sterilize them because it gets up to such a high heat, but they need to be clean. Okay, so I make sure my jars are clean, and then I pressure can without sterilizing the jars. When I water bath, I sterilize the jars because they're not coming up to pressure. They're not at a real high heat, and they're usually only for a few minutes. Okay? So, I'm going to cut these and show you how I cut them. Let me get you down here. You don't want to cut this whole tip off. Okay? Do not cut that whole thing off and expose the pod because your seeds and stuff, it'll come out and it'll just be bad. So just take off about that much. Okay? And then some people will take off the ends, just barely take off that end, okay? Because again, see, I might have went too far on that. I got a little string on there. I might have went too far. You'll know because just barely tip it. Barely tip it, okay? Now I'm going to do all these, and then I'll show you what we do next, okay? Just remember, this top part is the important part. Don't expose those seeds. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I got them all cut up. My water's boiling. I turned it down a little bit because we don't want a hard boil, but when I put them in there, it's going to go down anyways. So I just wanted to pass something else by you, if you didn't know this already. When you fry okra, you want to pick something like this size. When you're pickling, you can go up to this size. It's not really going to matter. But if you try to fry this, I've got it on my fingers. If you try to fry this size, it's going to be tough and it's going to be really seedy. But pickling, it doesn't matter. So remember, if you're going to fry them, go for the little ones. Okay? They're little. All right. We're going to put these in here. I've got them all chopped off even there. The seeds and the inside is the pod. The inside of the pod is not exposed. And I just tipped them. Okay? And we're going to put them in here for 2 minutes. If I can get them in here in a hurry so they all cook the same. These things are so, they have little, I don't know what they are, like sticker-like things on the outside. I don't know, you know, and it never bothered me all my life. And then all of a sudden, it's decided to break me out when I mess with them. You know what I mean? Let's stir these a little bit. Okay, we're going to go 2 minutes. Turn the timer on. Put them in here. Let me get a spoon. I tell you what, it's so much easier over here doing all this canning, y'all, than in my house. Everything's just set up better. Okay. Put you down here where you can see what I'm doing. Get a couple of jars out. Now, you can use wide mouth or you can use regular mouth. I just picked out some regular mouth ones because I've told you before I can can in either or. It doesn't really matter to me. I'll get about 3 of them out. Thought that was a chip. You always want to check your jars for chips and stuff. Okay. Now, nope, we're not going to need that, you guys, because I'm going to do this with my fingers because we're going to lay down the jar while it's hot. Let me get a bowl of here. We'll just put them in this. I need them out of this hot water or I am going to burn my fingers. Okay. This is going to be fun. Where's my, I tell you what. There's some little ones. I don't remember doing this in the last batch I made last year. You can put them in any way, you know, as long as you do want to try to get as many in this jar as you can. These little tongs are working out good. I think that's going to be too big for that jar. So we're going to just take him out. Okay. 3 jars. I thought it would only do about 3. All right, you guys. I was looking on page 1. What did I tell you? 17. I don't remember what page I told you. And I thought, I didn't do this process before. I knew I didn't. I was just looking at okra. Now, that's the kind of okra I don't like. When you just cook it in the pressure canner and it makes it mush. And it's slimy and it's gross. I'm sorry. It's probably good. I don't like it, though. So, okra pickles is what I've even got it circled. It's on page 92 of your ball book, okay? And this, we're going to put it in a water bath because we're going to put lots of vinegar in it. So, let me get a drink. Cold coffee. Okay, so this takes 3 cups of water. Now, this one's for 4-pint jars. I only got 3. I could probably do 4 with those other 4 pieces. Okay, there's 3 cups of water. I might have said pints, but I meant cups. Y'all know what I meant. 3 cups of that hot water that I had the okra in. We'll put it back over there. And 3 cups of vinegar. So it's pretty easy. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you have to mix up a little more for your jars, then you'll know. However much vinegar, that's how much water you mix with it. Okay. What am I doing? We need 3 cups of this. This will probably be too much brine for me because I've only got 3 cups. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? You guys know I'm just crazy about doing this. Hold on. I'm going to go pick some more okra real quick. Yes, I am. You all won't have to wait, but okay, there's 3 water, 3 vinegar. I'm going to go grab some dill too. Let me go grab some dill out of the garden and grab a few more okra to add with that to make another pint, and that way I'll have enough of this, okay? Where there's a will, there's a way. All right, so I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. All right, let me tell you something. It's getting hot out there. It's supposed to be another scorcher today, and it's already started. Anyway, okay, so here's what we're going to do, y'all. I got to thinking about this on the way to the garden and the way back. So I messed up I didn't really mess up, but here's what we're going to do. Because I was going off of the pressure canning okra, okay? And that's a soft okra, and I don't like soft okra. So here's what we're going to do. It would be like fried okra with no breading, if you can imagine that, okay? That's what, and you might like that. You might like it, and you know what? In a few years, I might like it, but right now I don't. So I'm just getting these ready, and I wash them off. I was going to go ahead and put these in the jar, but I'm not going to, or in the hot water, but I'm not going to. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these, there's only going to be 4 jars of them. And I would imagine that my granddaughter, hold on a minute. I want to tell you what, I'm hot. And the older I get, the worse it gets, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so I don't tolerate heat very good. And when on that school bus, I know I'm getting off on a rabbit trail, but I tell you what, days like, I mean, I guess the kids can handle it because they're young, but I struggle, and I know a lot of us older ones probably do. Anyway, let me put this over here. So, where was I? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put, because this is going to give me 4 jars. Let me get another jar out. I'm not going to put these in the hot water like I was going to. Let me turn that off. So, the recipe says, in the ball book, it says to boil your okra. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, kids. Having an issue here with my jar. Matter of fact, I might be able to make an extra jar. I don't know. We'll just see. I picked the, enough for a whole jar, more of it. I don't know. We'll just see. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pack these jars. I'm going to put them in there. And my book says to do it for 15 minutes, I'm sure. I think I read that. I'm sure I did that last year. 15 minutes, process them in water bath. This is for pickled okra. Okay, we're not going to pressure can it. This is pickled okra. So I'm just going to put these jars in the refrigerator, and I'm only going to boil them 10 minutes because I had them in there already for 2 minutes blanching them. Okay, so you know what? I probably should put these in there and go ahead and blanch these real quick. Change of plans again. That's just me, you guys. That's just me. We'll just turn this up on high real quick. I'm trying to figure out the ones the ones I already did are dark green. Okay, we'll do those for 2 minutes. And then let's see if these will fit in here, y'all. It says an inch. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We don't have to have an inch headspace because we're putting them in the refrigerator. So if they don't seal, it doesn't matter because we're just going to put them in the fridge. So here's the deal. These last up to 2 months in the refrigerator. Of course, smell it and everything, okay? I don't want you getting sick and saying, well, Chris said they'd last 2. Smell them and make sure they're good, but they're in vinegar. Okay, so they say, if you Google it, they'll last 1 to 2 months, they say. So but those aren't going to last if they're in the refrigerator. We'll be eating them like pickles, okay? That's just how we do. We eat them with every dinner, We'll either bring out pickles or beets or this or something crunchy, to eat with our dinner. We do that all the time. All right, so got that situated. While those are blanching, and doing their little thing. We're just going to go ahead and put them on too. I'm just going to go from there because that water was pretty hot. Okay, so I got some fresh dill heads. I love it. But I'm still going to put a little of this in there because these don't give it, like, it takes a while for that to work. So I'm going to put a little bit of this in there. I'm going to put like an eighth of, this is a fourth. We'll put like, we'll put about 8 in each jar. You want them to have a little bit of dill, right? And then I'm going to cut this one in half. Put him in there. Let's cut him. Let's cut his little things off a little. Put them in there. These ones work a little better. They have the yellow. I don't know. It's been my experience anyway. And I'm not an expert on dill, but just it's been my experience that they work a little better. All right. 4 jars. We're going to keep this to the side. We might use it. We might not. Now let's do this. I'm pretty sure I put garlic in it last year. Let me check because I can so much stuff. Yes, a clove for each, and my peppers. Okay, we don't want to forget my peppers because we like, you know what? I better leave 2 of them without peppers because I don't know if my granddaughter, I don't think she likes hot. I don't remember. Oh, goodness. Well, I might have to make her, well, I'll just leave 2 of them. I'll leave 2 of them plain and 2 of them hot. That's what I'll do. All right. Glove. I used to buy these at Beauty Supply House because, let me tell you why. Hold on a minute. Where'd my bowl go? I'll tell you why. They used to be cheaper there, and I when I went to cosmetology school, yes, I did. I know you cannot tell ever because I just don't worry about that anymore. But as long as it's clean, I'm good. But anyway, I don't color my hair no more. I'm not saying I never will again. I just don't anymore. I don't think I will. But as soon as I say that, that kind of stuff happens to me. So I just don't say it. I just say, well, maybe, but not right now. So anyway, I would have these around all the time. And I need them for stuff like this. Or there's other stuff, that we've needed them for around the house. So I just keep them. I get them off Amazon now because they are cheaper. I can't help it. They just are. Let's get another one. We grew cayenne peppers. That was another thing we grew in our garden, guys, and we didn't grow it this year because I have so many. So I didn't fool with it. Now next year, Lord willing, when we're here, I will probably do some more. Okay. That down in there. And I want these to sit even in the refrigerator. I'm going to want these to sit for about a week or so, at least a week. I'm going to take this off now. We're not going to do this anymore. I'm just going to make 2 of them hot. And the other 2 I'll give to my granddaughter. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have 3 more. Maybe I'll put another one. No, I'll leave 3 plain for her. I think she's the only one in the family besides Tim and I that eats it. I'm not sure. Again. They'll let me know. Okay, so we need 4 so far. And I have a nifty little gadget for these. And if I got it out, my grandson, Dalton, would be so proud of me because he likes my little gadgets, I think. They think I have the niftiest little gadgets. But anyway, I don't have time for that. So we're going to take our knife and we're going to put it right on our bulb. And we're going to push down. And looky there. It opens that right up. And then I don't have to clean my little gadget. I know. And I'm not lazy. Y'all know I'm not lazy. But I just don't have time for it today. Maybe some other day I'll get that gadget out and show you. Okay. Let's see. I cut those little ends off because I don't think it's good to have them on there for one when you're storing something like that. I'm back here. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in this jar. And I'll tell you what else. I'm getting ahead of myself. I got to quit doing that. I'm going to be all kinds of messed up. So this is going to be just enough for this jar. Actually, I need some more. So let's just take this out and this out. We'll put our dill in here. So we are only going to have 4 jars. I really thought that'd be enough. I picked so much last night, I didn't have much to pick this morning. But I did have some because it grows pretty good. This is going to be one of those videos, you guys. It's going to take a long time. I can't help it. I'm not fast anymore. I'm not. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, salt. Salt is optional. You don't have to have it, but I'm going to put some in it because I use Redmond real salt, and it's actually not bad for you. So I'm putting a half a teaspoon in each one. Okay. Then I'm going to put some pickle crisp in it. Tiny bit. I'm going to put an 1/8. You put a 1/4 in a quart and an 1/8 in a pint. And you know what? This may all be in my head that this works, but I really believe that it does. I don't know why. I don't know. I just think that it works. And it, like I said, may be all in my head. Now, let's just go ahead and get a little water. That was my sterile water. It's got vinegar in it too. And we'll wipe these rims off. Like I said, these are going in the refrigerator, so it's not like they're going on the shelf and everything's got to be perfect, okay? When they're going on the shelf, you need it to be pretty perfect. Or that's my thought. Okay, let me grab some. And I may be wrong. These are the can lids I've been using, the 4 jars, and I'm telling you what, I'm not disappointed whatsoever. I haven't had any false seals or anything out of them. Let's go ahead and put our stuff in here. Let me grab stir it around a little. Now this is just your vinegar and water, remember? We're going to go up to the neck of the jar. That'd be an inch headspace. I'm not using my funnel. I've already made such a mess, you guys, it don't even matter. You know it? You would think, making videos, I'd be like, oh, everything's got to be perfect. But hey, I'm not perfect. And I don't live in a perfect world or a perfect kitchen. So, and I'm a messy cook. I guess this is just a day of confession. I don't know. Someone's trying to call me. Oh, it looks like spam. Imagine that. Okay. Always something, isn't there? Okay, I'm going to put the rest of my garlic. We'll put it up. I love fresh garlic. I bought me a bunch to plant again. I planted it last year, a whole garlic bed, and Maggie, our Australian Shepherd, one of them, she got in it, and she just went to town digging, and she dug it all up. I was frustrated, to say the least, but what do you do? So this year, it will be guarded. It will be guarded. And Lord willing, it will come up or it won't. So, now, I'm going to go ahead and put these, I'm going to wipe these lids off again. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. I put those lids in the water, and you don't have to do that. You don't have to. But I do it because it makes that rubber a little soft, and I feel like it seals it better. I don't know. I've just always done it that way, so I just still do it. And I'm not a rebel canner or nothing like that, so enough. I'm not saying nothing bad about. I don't like the word rebel. I'm just going to tell you right now. I don't like the word rebel because God doesn't want you to be a rebel, and that's biblical. But um, I do things that, like I should have probably washed these before I put them in there. I didn't. I thought, well, that high heat will kill whatever's on it. Not too worried about it because, like I said, these are going in the refrigerator. Okay, I'll be right back. All right. 4 rims. Now that one's got a little dent in it, but I'm going to go ahead and use it because, again, it's going in. All these are going in the refrigerator. I'm not storing them on the shelf. I'm still only going to go finger tight, though, because we're going to put them in the water bath, and you're still going to have, it's still going to be kind of pressurized a little. So, all right, let's get this going. And I'll put these in here. But I do, and you guys can't see what I'm doing. Just in case there's some first-time canners. I don't know. I don't know who all's watching this, so I try to, let's just pull this up here. I don't like doing this. I'm going to tell you why. You're probably thinking, well, Chris, why are you doing it? Because I'm going to show you. Because you can. This is what this is made to do. It's made to do this. But I had a bad experience with doing this one time. And it come completely off the lip of that pan and splashed down in the water and splashed back on me. And I just wasn't all about that. So I don't do it. But I'm doing it today because this is a different canner. I bought the stainless steel ones. I like them better than those granite ones or whatever they are, the blue ones. Or the black, blue or black. You can get blue or black. I forget what they're made out of, but I always think of granite when I look at them, but maybe not. But anyway, I've got a couple of stainless steel ones now, and I'm liking them a lot better. The only problem is I don't know why, but it seems like they're not as big and round as, and these things don't fit in them like, and then you have that issue. But they don't fit in them right or something. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. I put the dill in. I put the peppers in, some of them. And I put salt. Kind of a bad time to be going over my checklist, isn't it? Garlic. Yeah, I got everything. So we're going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to go from that boil. I'm going to go 10 minutes. The book says 15, but remember, I put them in here and blanched them. So I feel like we just need to go 10, and then I might leave them sit in the canner for another 5 off the heat, and then I'm going to put them in the fridge. Okay? Phew, it's been a long day already, y'all. I did what I said I was going to do. I water bath these for 10 minutes. I let them sit in the water for 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then I brought them out. They're ready to go into the fridge where they'll last, if they last, up to 2 months. Okay? Don't forget that I used the recipe off page 92. Okay? 92. And if you're like, oh, Chris, they did that and you didn't do that. I go my own route sometimes if it's not something I like, or if it's something I want to add, or if it's something that I think, like in this situation, because I had blanched them because I looked on the other page. All right, it always works out. It usually always works out. So while I was doing that, while that was water bathing, I whipped me up some fresh salsa out of the garden. Okay, well, the garlic wasn't mine, and the onion wasn't mine, and the cilantro wasn't mine, but the rest of it was mine. The tomatoes, the jalapenos, and the tomatoes have and the green pepper. That all was mine. You win some, you lose some. But it sure does taste good. I've already tasted it. I'll let you guys look at it. Look at that. And I did a short on it. So if it works out. I've been having problems with those, so you can go watch that one too. And it shows everything I put in it and everything, and it takes literally about 5 minutes to make this, and it is so good. It's so good. You can do it a little chunkier, you can do it a little thinner, you can do it however you like it. And I just use my food processor. It was so good. And I really like the cilantro. And I normally have cilantro. I'm getting ready to plant some more. It's kind of a cool weather. And so that's why you can grow it real early in this summer or late spring or early summer. Now I'm going to plant it again for when this bad weather breaks, the 150 degrees. No, I'm kidding. When the really hot, when it breaks, I'm going to plant some more. I really like it. A lot of people don't like it. And I've really acquired a taste for it, I guess, now. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. And Lord willing, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Make you some of this, make you some of that if you like okra. And it's easy. Like I said, that didn't take no time either. It took more time for me to explain and do things and prepare and get ready for it and clean up my mess and, talk to you guys. But it really doesn't take that long to do either one of these things. So, but I got some more stuff I got to do, and then I got to go get on that school bus in that warm weather. It's going to be lovely. It's not too bad. I'm only on there 2 hours. It's not. Anyway, it's okay. So for long, it'll be 10 degrees, and I'll be like, I'm ready for summer. Once you guys know you do that. We all do that. We all do. Anyways, I love y'all, and we'll, Lord willing, catch you later. Bye.